folks. I'm the Creepy Kentuckian from Deadpit.com.
And I'm Uncle Bill.
And we have the world's greatest scream queen, Tiffany Shepis here. I'm going to ask a few questions.
Oh, a few questions? Like, that's two.
We're going to ask you some questions.
We're going to ask you some questions.
Where are we?
We're in the media room here at the Fright Night Film Fest.
Fright Night Film Fest in Louisville, Kentucky. It's crazy.
So tell us about your impressions about Louisville.
I love Louisville. The hotel at the Clarion, the rooms, it's like weird kind of mazy type of thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
It is.
It's like being in your own spooky house, you
like
know, because you have a
like
few
The
drinks, yeah, and then you see
Uncle
little
Bill
kids on
his,
tricycles
tricycle.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have done that.
You should
I
have.
wasn't scared. But yeah, no,
Is this your
Kentucky's
first
cool.
time in Louisville?
It is my first time in Louisville.
In Kentucky?
In Kentucky.
Cool. You don't find it too creepy?
I dig it. I like Louisville.
All right, so talk about the fans, the atmosphere and stuff like that. How's it been?
This place has been cool. Everybody here has been cool. Everyone from the people working the show, except for Ken Daniels, they're cool. The fans have been cool here. I've been getting a lot of mixed people, like people that have seen all my stuff, that bring stuff for me to sign, and then a whole brand new group of kids that's like, you know, never seen The Hazing and never seen Bloody Murder and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to meet a whole new fan base.
Have you sold a lot of stuff?
I've been doing good. We're doing good. Doing good. I'll do more after you guys come over and buy more shit.
Yeah, that'll be something. Don't worry.
So you're always doing like a ton of freaking movies, it seems like. Name some of them. What's some you're working on right now?
Well, I just finished Bonnie and Clyde vs. Dracula. And if anyone is a Trauma fan out there, it stars me and Trent Haga, who's a Trauma alum as well from, I think, Terra Firma and a bunch of other crazy movies.
Fox Avenger 4.
Yes. Yeah. So he plays Clyde and I play Bonnie, and it's pretty cool actually because we shot it out in Kansas City, Missouri. And you know, you usually have these low budget things, and especially when they're trying to do a period piece, you're like, oh man, this is gonna blow. But they actually had everything period. They had Model A, Model T cars, and even ones that we could shoot up, and it's pretty badass. And it's, you know, 3/4 of the way through, it's just all this Bonnie and Clyde gunfight shit until you get to, you know, when you meet Dracula, and you're like, oh my god, it can't get any better than this. It's Dracula and Bonnie and Clyde. And you're like, what the fuck? So hopefully next, if that one does good, we'll do Bonnie and Clyde vs. Frankenstein, Bonnie and Clyde vs. the Money, fucking Bonnie and Clyde vs. Elvis.
Is this like a takeoff like Frankenstein meets Jesse James?
Could be.
Okay.
Yes. But with me, so it's better.
Yeah, just a little better then.
Just a little better. We don't know about Trent. I mean, yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm better.
Things. Okay.
But yeah, so I just finished that, and that movie I did, Dark Real, with I think I talked to you guys about before, with Lance Henriksen and Tony Todd and Ed Furlong. Everybody.
You got any stories about Ed Furlong?
Everybody's got stories about Ed Furlong.
About Ed Furlong. Ed was all right. It was just like working with a kid, though. Is
Nothing
all,
you really want to talk about?
Nothing that exciting. Not like anything I haven't heard before. You know, it was a little interesting trying to do our love scene, though. Let me put it that way. A little interesting. He's a big boy. He's a big boy now.
Now, you've actually got a project that's pretty close to us because we've been involved with the director Rolf Kniske for a while.
Yeah.
And that is Nightmare Man, and we wanted to hear about this.
Fucking Nightmare Man has some awesome news. Nightmare Man just got picked up for the 8 Films to Die For. That crazy thing they did last year. After Dark Films. They did, you know, they do 8 films. They put them in the theaters for, last year it was 4 days. This year it's going to be 10 days. 700 theaters across the U.S., everywhere. So now everybody and their brother can see Nightmare Man. Take your grandma to see it, take your poppy to see it, take your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your fucking dog. I don't care. Go see it. Because then Lionsgate picks it up and they fucking all go to DVD, and like even the ones that were really, really shitty still sold like 1.5 million copies. So it's a big deal.
Are you going to start getting an ego now?
Oh yeah, totally. I'm never gonna talk to you guys again, that's for sure. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, that can be expected. I mean, really.
Come on. I mean, you have to realize.
So early on in your career, you were involved with like trauma films.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything with trauma lately.
You know, and it's not any hate for Trauma. I love Trauma, and I love Lloyd, and I love, you know, the movies. It's on. It comes down to a timing thing and a money thing, really. It's like when they shot Poltergeist, I was shooting Nightmare Man. You know, and it was kind of like, all right, which one's the better role for me? It's like I can do the biker, lesbian, feminist, you know, and be stuck in the middle of nowhere, fucking Albany or something like that, where they shot in a fast food joint all day, or I could do this kind of cool movie where I can run around in bra and panties and have a crossbow. It's like, which one do I want to do, you know?
You got to please the fans.
I do have to please the fans,
that's
you know?
fan friendly, right?
So, I mean, if they came down to a timing thing and I had nothing to do, and, you know, I'd work for Trauma again in a heartbeat.
What do you think about the rumors, though, Trauma is going out of business?
I think Trauma's always going to be there. I think there's just such an influx of these movies now, you know, that it's hard to keep the market cornered like they had it for so many years. You know what I mean? There's just so fucking many horror movies, as you guys know. That Trauma is, it's going to go in waves. I mean, look like how it came back with Romeo and Juliet. It's like, man, all of a sudden everyone's Trauma again, and then it kind of is going to die down for a bit. And hopefully with, you know, the release of Poultrygeist, and maybe one day we could get the money. If anybody out there has a whole bunch, we want to make Schlock and Schlockability, The Revenge of Jane Austen, starring me. But it's going to cost a bunch of money, and they have to shoot in the UK and the whole thing. So if they ever get that together, I'll be in another Trauma production.
I know for a fact that Lloyd Kaufman's been screening Poultrygeist like in a bunch of different places.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
is there any word about when that movie is actually going to be
Yeah,
released?
man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's one I've been
I don't
waiting on
think he
forever.
knows.
I don't think he knows. But I know they're doing good because I still can't get my hands on a copy of Romeo and Juliet's 10th anniversary edition. They've been sold out forever, so, or at least that's what they tell me, because I know I want free copies to sell for $20 at my table. I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, so fucking Bonnie and Clyde vs. Dracula and Dark Real's coming out, and I'm doing another movie with Rolf
I was
Konevsky
getting
called
ready to ask.
Unknown Caller, or Caller Unknown, whichever one you want to call it. Fear is only a phone call away, or no, rather, death is only a phone call away. And it's kind of cool concept, because the story came from this chick that was getting stalked on her cell phone. Like, these crazy hacker guys were able to like turn her phone on and off like through their computer, and then also like were able to make her camera phone go off so they could watch her while she was in her house and all this crazy shit. So you're like, what a fucking creepy idea,
Right.
you know? So that's what we're doing next, and we were going to start shooting in November, but since the After Dark thing is happening in November, we kind of want to tour around with Nightmare Man and make sure bitches go and see it. So
Definitely.
look for me in a city near you.
Nightmare Man.
Nightmare Man. But so yeah, so we've got that coming up, and then I'm doing another movie with Darren Scott. Darren Scott, who produced Tales from the Hood, and I think he also produced Menace to Society and a bunch of other crazy movies. And he's doing a movie for Lionsgate, which I don't remember the name of, but it's gonna be cool.
So I've noticed over the past couple of days you're really good with promotion.
Oh.
Where the hell did that come from?
Trauma, man.
I was kidding.
Okay.
Fucking Trauma.
Well,
Well, I mean, like, I was never like necessarily shy or anything like that, but you know, like I was 13, you know, or 14 when I started working for Trauma, and you hear Lloyd, and he's just fucking nonstop, and he's like, you gotta come to Cannes, you gotta talk like this, you gotta do this, and you gotta talk about this movie, and sell, buy, sell. It's like I should work for the fucking Scientologists, you know? So it's like, you know, you learn that, and then you realize sometimes you only have 3 minutes to get your word in, so you start talking quicker and quicker and quicker, and it's like, you know, so if you could throw fucking 5 piles of information at somebody, maybe one little bit of it'll stick, and hopefully it's Tiffany Shepis. You know, but wow, man, I have fun. It's like
Definitely, I've noticed.
I'm a horror fan at heart, you know, and it's like, what better thing to do than be able to say I make money going around getting cut up or killing somebody and talking to crazy bitches like you know.
This is true.
Definitely.
You know.
Now, as far as conventions go, because you do quite a bit of them,
I do.
and you're very good at doing them. What is some future convention that you?
Right now I'm scheduled to go to Screamfest, Orlando.
Yeah. That's gonna be amazing.
And I should be doing Chiller as well, but it's kind of, everything really depends on the movie stuff, because we have 3 movies that are slated to shoot in October, but no one's giving me the exact schedules yet. So it's like, as soon as I figure that out, then I'll know, all right, am I doing a show, am I doing a movie? Because obviously we'd all rather make movies, you know. Not that
I
it's
know
no
I
fun
would.
being here. But that's the only reason I'm here, is because I make movies. So yeah, those are 2 coming up, and then I'm supposed to do John Gray's show in Texas in February, so I'll take kind of November, December
And
off.
hopefully Friday night next year.
And hopefully Fright Night next year.
Definitely.
You know.
So, thanks for doing the interview.
Thank you.
I'm Cooper Kentuckian,
I'm Uncle Bill.
I'm Tiffany Shepis.
and you can check all of us out at some point or another on Deadpit.
.com.